And now I am with the one and the only
Kina.
Kina. How are you, my love?
I'm fine. I'm still getting used to speaking of myself as an artist because I used to hide behind other artists as a songwriter. So now,
So what is it you're doing now?
well, I do most. I write. I sing. I sometimes order good guitars or drums from others, but I produce and I mix and I master, and also I have my own label. So
Ooh, jack of all trades.
yeah, I do it all. And I used to be signed to publishing companies, Swedish and one American, and like travel around, writes pop songs for other artists. So that wasn't quite fine. That was before the industry kind of sunk into to Neverland, and everything changed. So now, I mean, when I've tried to come back as a songwriter, there's not as many spots as maybe I'm just bad right now.
No, but it's true. It's more difficult to get in the door.
Yeah, that's my experience. So I'm trying, and also with help from friends that empower me and tell me that you have to do something. You can't just write songs and let them stay in like a folder in your computer and do nothing about them. It's like writing a painting and never putting it on the wall for anybody to see.
Any kind of projects you've got out that you want to promote? Anything you want to shout out? Secret projects you've got going?
Very secret. I recently released my first single, like in modern time. the old music's from before. I don't know when it was. In December the 20th.
Nice.
And it's called Karma. It's a single.
Yeah.
And it's a
Tune bangs, by the way. She's proper.
Thank you. Well, it's a very important song that I tried to pitch it for some time, and many people said like this is a very strong pop song, and so well I tried through my channels, which aren't that many, but I tried for a while, and then I like to call it conscious pop.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know if there's such an expression, but you know I'm also a yoga teacher and I teach mindfulness, and Karma is one of those songs, and it's about suicide, being the one left behind or standing beside a person who no longer wants to stay.
Interesting. Have you known people who have gone through that?
Quite a few, yeah. Very close, and also in my surroundings, and the past 5 years, and also, well, a very close family member to me and my husband.
Because that will relate to the episode's question. Or the question I'm going to ask you. Have you ever felt alone?
Of course.
Yeah. And like, what has been your thing to help you get out of that in terms of reach out? Because sometimes reaching out is pretty difficult. You know, some people are shy. A lot of people are shy. Yeah. Or they feel they don't want to be judged. Or, you know, people are sensitive to certain things. So like, you know, how have you found your way of not being lonely?
Not being lonely. I don't know. I used to think that I would like live, die alone because
I mean, we all are born alone. We'll go alone. We have to accept this, by the way. We're going to die. Accept that shit. It's all going to happen to us. But how do you, like, let's say, deal with it? Like, because I deal with it in my way. Everyone deals with it in their own way. What's yours? And if you've ever like felt, you know, maybe like you've had no one and you can't speak to anyone, what has been your breaking point where I've been like, I need that help?
Well, I'd like to think that I had a really good answer to that question because but I don't, because I've been a bad model when it comes to that.
No one's perfect. No one's perfect. Hey.
I tried to adapt to other. You might be perfect.
Nah.
No, but I tried to adapt to others and be what they expected me to be for so many years of my life, and then I found myself alone inside, and also. Well, not on the outside, because I had friends around me, but who made me feel very alone.
Yeah.
So I had to like first get rid of them, and it took me like 20 years, maybe.
Nice, but that's interesting.
But I
the
did
fact
it.
that you're saying that, like, you have to get rid of people who are not doing nothing for you.
Yeah, clean up.
Second person to say that. Okay.
Yeah, just get rid of them. Sorry.
That's all right.
And then then kind of try to look inwards and calm down and just listen and be empath. How do you say empath? show empathy towards
Empathy.
myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Empathic.
Empathic, yeah.
Towards myself, because that was the problem. I was too hard on myself. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked, the way I talked, my voice, everything. So of course I couldn't like allow myself to sing, because that's the kind of the essence of being in the spotlight and being watched and judged. So I didn't sing for so many years of my life. I didn't sing, but I wrote. So I don't know. I mean, reaching out is kind of, there are so many forums now, like social media, and where I for example, I found a platform speaking about suicide on Facebook. It's called Suicidal Thoughts, and well, it's a group with many people, and it's just so good to be, because I mean, what you feel, you can be sure that many people, very many, have felt the same. You're not alone.
100%.
Feeling alone, but I mean, you think you are.
Yeah.
So just reaching out, writing something, speaking to someone, making a phone call to somebody, maybe like anonymously that you don't know, and just say it. I feel alone. I feel like I don't want to live.
Sort of like you're saying, to expel that energy some way, somehow. Like if you
Yeah.
feel alone, because you mentioned something important there. You said like when you did feel like that, you would go into writing music or singing.
Yeah.
So you expressed it. You expressed your loneliness or how you felt in a creative form, or just in some form, whether it's writing down something on a piece of paper or getting rid of that energy that way somehow.
Powerful.
That's interesting.
It's so good. So now I'm trying to there are so many steps, but like I have this song. Okay, it's about suicide. I want to make other people aware, and I want people who are walking around with thoughts on not wanting to live anymore to listen to it. And I want people who lost someone to listen to it. So I did the song, and then I have to try and express what it's about through my voice as honestly as I can, and then dare to like send it out. So there are many steps, but I mean, it's so easy today. You have your own equipment, maybe not very expensive, but you can do something, and you can write poems, you can write lyrics, you can write texts, and get them out.
Start drawing. Artistic
Exactly.
person behind the camera right there. Jeez.
Yeah. What do? You have to tell me the whole story. I don't know anything. Yeah.
Just smiling.
Take that. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
but that is brilliant.
So an idea for me with the music that I write now is like conscious pop. To write about like strong emotions. I didn't myself consider taking my life, but so many people around me did, and the song came to me like it does. The songs come, and then I just started to do it. And then, so it's not necessarily that I've been there myself and I've been so down, and it's just that there are things that I feel I pick them up. I'm a highly sensitive person, and I speak a lot to people, like you told me you do, and like about emotions, and about, I teach yoga, and people are so stressed, and so many people have problems like holding their emotions and thoughts, and like they want everything to be good. They want to feel good. They want to have good thoughts and never be depressed, never be sad. And that's not how life is. It's just about, from my point of view, to like embrace all the emotions.
I like that. Yeah.
And the sadness comes, the anger comes, the happiness comes, the horniness comes, everything comes, and you let it pass. It's just emotion.
Just let it happen.
It's just, you don't have to act on it, though. That's a different thing.
Yeah, true.
It's a very different thing.
Temptation is
if the
more
anger
fun.
comes and you act on it,
Yeah.
then it becomes somebody else's energy too.
True.
But if it's your energy, you sit in meditation for a bit longer time. Sorry, I didn't have to take that example, but it's kind of yeah, because I mean there are strong emotions and they come, and if you sit with them for a while, or if you talk to somebody for a while, then you will notice that you don't have to be afraid of them. You aren't your emotions. You aren't your thoughts. They just come and they go, and then something else comes. Nothing lasts forever. So I think many times when we feel it's, you can't live another day, and it's just unsupportable. How do you say that? En français, c'est insupportable. I can speak French better than English, but in Swedish, in French, it's insupportable. As it's something that
Insupportable.
you just
Say it
can't
right.
stick with it another day. It's just you
Get
just
rid of
want
it. It's
to,
like
yeah,
you're fed up of it.
yeah,
Okay.
or and even more, you can't even live through it.
Mm-hmm,
You have to end whatever.
mm-hmm.
And so, well, that's maybe just talking about sadness and anger and hard emotions and mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Helps take the drama away from it. I mean, I don't want to tell anybody that you don't feel bad. You just think you feel bad. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that emotions, try and like open up and let them come.
Master the emotions.
Yeah.
Learn to deal with it, because that's the whole process
and
of
watch
life,
them
isn't it?
pass.
Yeah.
Watch them pass.
Yeah.
And change.
That's the whole point of learning as well, you could say, because
Yeah.
otherwise you wouldn't be human if you didn't feel these things. You're supposed to embrace it. Everyone feels hate. Everyone feels lust, love, jealousy, sadness. Yeah. Cool. I like that.
Maybe every day you can feel all these emotions through
100%.
one day. And you can also feel happiness at the same time as you feel sadness.
Mm-hmm.
And you can watch the beautiful sun rising, and you can feel sadness about your loved one not being on earth anymore. I mean, you can feel it can exist at the same time.
Choices and decisions, people. All depends on what you do with it.
Yeah.
Boom, bam, boom.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to promote, my darling?
No, I don't have to. Well, I have 2 songs scheduled for February and March.
March.
March. They're both about mental health. So the first one, so it's so perfect. I mean, that I even got this contact with you. So the first one, it's called Breathe, and I also have a tattoo here. So breathe. I'm trying to. It's it reminds me to breathe, because breathing is
important.
It's like, yeah,
Fundamental thing that keeps us alive.
it's very important. No, you can breathe consciously and also take away the stress, because you trigger the system in your body that like regulates the calm and the well-being and the
A meditative state.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 deep breaths when you feel really stressed are helpful. So it's called Breathe. The first one is called Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, probably March, it's I'm Not Okay. That's the title of the song.
Are you okay?
I am okay.
Okay, good.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Love and blessings.